One of the last things we have for the course is that I'm going to have you create your own ePortfolio where you put in and reflect upon the work you've done this semester, right? So each of you are going to need to access this thing that I will give you access to, and then you're going to make your own copy. Once you make your own copy, you can save it to your own student Google Drive. And then you're going to obviously replace the first and last name here in brackets with your own first and last name. You will follow some of these instructions, which is like give us some meaningful personal information about you, include a picture on the left, right? And then you can click on these different buttons, which should, once you've in published form, I guess it doesn't work in unpublished form, or you can go over here where it says pages to go to the next piece. So English 101 coursework, we can go over there. And you will see that there are buttons to link to various projects this semester. So some of them are simple, like project 1 is simply like you're going to upload your essay here, which will mean going in and inserting a doc, right? Let me see if I can do that here. Bloop. So I can go in and find a document find that document for that essay, and it will upload right there, and we'll be able to access it, assuming you've opened share settings like we've been doing from the beginning. Other ones are a bit more complex, like the project 2, where you've got the pieces all laid out. We did proposals and main characters, we did a storyboard, we did a script, we had a full rough draft of the Google thing, we had a final draft, we did a rhetorical evaluation, and we had a query letter. There was a lot to that project, which is why it took 9 weeks, I think, or ish, to do. Right? So you're going to be building this over the next few weeks. It's one of the last things you'll do. And then, so you'll do the same thing with project 3. And then you'll have a final piece where we'll talk more about this, I think, next week or the week after. We'll talk more about your final portfolio reflection. But the short of it is you're going to look back at the semester and go, what went well, what went poorly, what did I learn, where did I grow, what do I hope to learn next? And then it's a preset so that you can have something for, I'll probably remove those buttons, but you'll have something for English 102, where when you go into next semester's course, whether that's next semester or not, you'll be able to drop that in. And the benefit of that in any portfolio is that you can document the work and your growth through the projects long term. So this is something if you think about long-term job considerations, getting used to having a portfolio and continuing to build on it steadily is a meaningful part of your professional student life. Now more than ever, people aren't just doing standard resumes. They want to see what you're actually capable of. And in fact, I think one study I just saw said something like 60% of businesses are leaning away from a resume traditionally and moving more toward either wanting portfolios like this when you go to job interviews or your ability to actually show the skills on the fly, whatever that means. This is meant to help you think long term and to also register the good work you guys did this semester. So that's the reason for the ePortfolio, is one, so you can have all this stuff in one place, you can share it with people, but also so you remember better the good work you've done as you spent, by the end of the semester, you're supposed to have spent 135 hours on writing content alone. And that's a meaningful investment of your life, and I want you to remember it. So that's why the ePortfolio, aside from the obvious professional benefits and things. Cool? Does that make sense? Is that all good? All right, I'm going to stop my screen recording real fast.